it disrupts things. It forces people to pay attention. It forces people to say the protests are still ongoing.
Is he okay?
But Tuesday night, tensions escalated.
Okay?
She started recording after she says the driver of this SUV drove over a protester's bike
He wasn't panicking. He wasn't scared.
and then pushed the man up the street with his car. When protesters refuse to let the man leave, he backs up and bumps a protester again.
I think he made a deliberate choice to attempt to inflict harm.
But others see it differently.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would probably react the same way. I mean, I'm afraid I would feel afraid for my life. I feel afraid about what's going to happen next.
Rebecca Lloyd, among the many who wrote the problem solvers, arguing the driver had no choice.
As soon as they tried to move around and get around, they came right back up to the car.
Denver police say both the driver and protesters here were at fault. The protesters for halting traffic, the driver for hitting protesters. Yet another clash caught on camera.
I was horrified. I mean, it's terrifying.
As debate continues over the proper way to protest.
I think that peaceful protesters are making a difference. I think they're making a point about something. I'm not sure that they're making all of the point that needs to be made, but they are making us at least think.
So you might be wondering, if you're a driver, what should you do in that situation? Denver police tell the problem solvers in this case they recommend that this driver put the car in park, lock the doors, roll up the windows, and then call 911. And they say this is important. Stay on the line with dispatchers until officers can arrive. They say bumping or hitting someone with your car should be avoided at all costs unless your life is in imminent danger. Kagan Harsha, Fox 31.
All right, Kagan, thank you very much. Another step forward in the push to rename the neighborhood of Stapleton. The community association that the neighborhood is under voted unanimously to change the name. So now the issue heads to the board of directors. There are also several other steps that will have to be taken. Some business owners who have the Stapleton name incorporated into their businesses are concerned about the cost of possibly having to come up with another name.
You've established your business for the last 5 years on online presence, patients reviews, building up your reputation in the community. It's just going to take a ton of time and a lot of money.
Several groups will now start gathering a list of potential names. Once that list is narrowed down, the neighborhood will then get to vote. No word on how the city plans on paying for that signage and that new branding as well. So new developments from Atlanta, where the police officer who shot and killed Rayshard Brooks at a Wendy's parking lot last week has been charged with felony murder and other charges. The other officer on scene also facing 3 charges, including aggravated assault. This decision comes 5 days after Brooks was shot twice in the back during an attempted arrest in which he stole the officer's stun gun while trying to get away. New tonight, the Jefferson County Board of Health, along with the Public Health Department, have declared systematic and structural racism a public health crisis. The resolution instructions health officials to assess internal policies to ensure equality and engage with communities of color to alleviate harmful conditions. They will also enhance their data collection to help look at that problem.
The latest coronavirus data from several counties in Colorado show more young people are now being diagnosed with COVID-19. Fox 31 problem solver Rachel Skida talking to experts about this uptick.
2 counties seeing a similar trend. A majority of the new cases of COVID-19 in both Boulder County and Eagle County are among people under the age of 30, but I found out the reasons why are a little different between the 2 counties. Boulder County health officials tell me there are a handful of reasons they believe young people are contributing to a surge in COVID-19 cases. Some of those reasons: parties, protests, traveling, and transmission within households. I'm told a vast majority of the new cases are among people in their 20s. The county has had 108 new cases since last Thursday. Prior to that, a spokesperson says they were averaging about 1 to 5 new cases per day.
Young people work. They go to their job. They go to the library. They go to restaurants. And there are older people in our community, people who are more vulnerable, for which this disease could kill them.
Eagle County is seeing a similar trend. In the last 2 weeks, roughly half of all new COVID-19 cases there were reported in people 30 years old or younger. Epidemiologist Rebecca Larson says in weeks prior, most new cases were among people in their 30s through 50s, but she doesn't believe irresponsible behavior on the part of young people is to blame. She says the overall number of interactions has increased. A significant portion of those new cases in both Boulder and Eagle counties were identified through contact tracing. Rebecca Larson in Eagle County tells me the young people there have been very responsive to the county health department in helping to prevent the spread of the virus. Rachel Skida, Fox 31.
Our thanks to Rachel. New details tonight from Douglas County Schools about their plan to start athletic activities again on Monday. The district says everyone will be required to wear a mask and get their temperature taken.